Right, so I have returned today once again to resurrect another series which has long been dormant on my channel, this one being Medaka Box. So, in this stream, Christ, it's actually going to go live in a second, isn't it? Yep. Oh my god, I'm actually muted. Ah, freaking hell! I had two links going at one time. I was like, wow! It just catches him off guard completely. Like, what the hell's happening? So yes, I have returned. Jesus freaking Christ, I'm a mess. Yes, I've returned today to do the end of the volume. So this one being chapters 22 to 25. So, yes, as we know. The arc ended last streams. I think chapter 21 was the end of the arc previous, which was the one with Unzen, which was a pretty freaking good arc, don't get me wrong. Oh, that was a pretty freaking fantastic arc. We saw quite a lot. We saw a different side of Medaka, which I guess was very much needed when you think about it. Like, when you put into perspective everything you've seen thus far to this whole entire point with Medaka, actually see that other side of her, it's actually kind of neat, because now you just know she isn't this kind of completely perfect character. She isn't just the person you think she is. No, she's someone far kind of, in a way, demonic. It's actually kind of cool. I like it. So yeah, without further delay, let's actually get on with this. So, Jesus Christ, a man of police cars going down my road right now. It's actually freaking like, Jesus, what's going on? It's like constant like barrages of different police cars. Like, what is happening down this road? It's like, I don't even know. It's like, I don't know anymore. Anyhow, let's get on with this. So, chapter 22. So I heard a little skirmish with Unzen-kun was pretty rough, Kurakami-san. The board of directors didn't quite agree with his method of doing things, and truthfully, you saved us a lot of trouble. I would like to thank you as the chairman of the school. So, Hakoniwa Academy Chairman Shionui Hakama, 72. Right, so there's no reason whatsoever for you to thank me, Chairman Shiranui. What's important is that I want your granddaughter? I want your granddaughter to work with me. Although I hate to admit it, she's a tough one to handle. Quite the tough one to handle. Would also help that she was on the right tab. Good old me working on dual screens don't work very well. Haha, don't be crazy, Kurakami-san. The only person who controls Soda-chan is at best your good friend Hitoshi-kun. Did I say the name correctly? I think I did actually say the name correctly. That's true. Now then, let me get to the point. There's only one reason I used your suggestion box and called you out here. Kurakami Medaka-san, I want you to do something for me. That's a dreadful thought. Considering whose grandfather you are, I wonder what kind of crazy assignment you'll give me. You don't need to be on your guard like that. It's actually an easy request. Unzen-kun's action as the head enforcer were detrimental to the project that I'm supervising, and now because of his fight with you, he'll be out of commission for a while. So I'd like for you to take his place for now. The project you supervise? Yes, I'm calling it the Flask Plan for short. The plan for Class 13. The Flask Plan for short. Yeah, I think that's anything. Sweet. Right, so this 27 suggestion. What do you guys think? The Flask Plan? What's that? Right. Like I said, it's the chairman's project that I was made to take part in. In fact, those of us in Class 13 were... Oh no, is it Class 13 or is it Class 1? Is it Class 3? I always get confused. Is that a 1? It's like one of those things, like, is that a 1 or is it an... I don't know, but I think it's actually Class 13. Were gathered from around the country for the sole purpose of that project. The Super Bowl Cinderella show, White and Oh, it's 13. Sweet. I was like, did I get that wrong? I don't know. So, Ariadone? They were all things I was given from the board of directors for participating in their project. Excuse me, Unzen-san. I'm a little behind, so I don't know the details, but what exactly is Class 13? Oh, Onigase-chan, you're asking that? Should I give you an answer? When I'm in a good mood today, so I'll tell you. Listen good. There are 3 different types of people in the world. So Sino, Unzen that Sino. Yeah, oh Sino, S note. Yeah, he's in a good mood because he gets to plant his head in that chick's chest. I like the translator notes. They're quite funny. Those that are normal and those that are special, and those that are abnormal. Kurokami-san, have you ever asked yourself, why am I so amazing? I don't see the point behind that question. In fact, I've never once thought of myself as amazing. Haha. There's no need to be so humble. You don't need to hide it. It's clear to everyone that you are abnormal. Holy cow, that's a lot of words. Okay. You make bunchins on foot speed. Make bunchins on foot speed alone. You remember the finest details on a newspaper. You can make any wild beast submit with a single glare. You can do difficult math problems in your head. You can stand on water. You can destroy the school with your bare hands. You ran a full marathon in 2 hours flat. You mastered calligraphy in 3 months. Sorry, not 13 months. 3 months. You are a red belt at you were a red belt at 10 years old. None of these things are feats that a normal human being can do. I'm not talking about talent or nature now. I'm talking about the physical abilities of the body. With the limitations of our muscles, the amount we can process at one time, the amount of strain our bone can handle, all that is impossible. But you can do the impossible as if it were nothing, and you try to say you are not abnormal. So what you should be doing is not make people better, but better yet abnormal. That's a lot of words to say in one sentence sometimes. And on top of that, a single person getting 98% support from the public without a mob mentality is impossible. Personality is a non-factor for that. It's common sense that superiority, which stands above the rest, will beat out majority rule. And taking this to the extreme, the way you're performing your duties as a student council president is abnormal. Of course, you're normal. No one can deny the fact that you're very special. But you're well into the territory of being abnormal. I see your assessment of me is very overboard. The only reason I'm good at what I do is because I've been practicing since I can remember. That's right. The people who are more outstanding than anyone else always say that they only practice or were lucky, right? It's as if they were making excuses for themselves. Okay then, Kurokami-san. Would you join this old man in a little experiment? Compared to you guys who go around comparing their skills, I probably sound like a pretentious little kid, right? When it comes to damn it! It's always that one word that slips me up. Integration, that's the one. I thought it said interrogation originally. I was like, interrogation? But no, it's integration. You guys would be considered special. Damn it. So that's what happens sometimes. My eyes just kind of like construct words way much differently to what they are on the screen. It might be a typo. I've already noticed one so far. But even when you consider that, we of class 13 are still abnormal. Whoa! What the hell is that? They all landed on a 6. On a 6. That's sick. Word. Keke. It seems like you can't quite understand this, Onigase-chan. It's just as you saw whenever one of us from class 13 do something. It always comes out like that. Okay, there's no real way to explain it. Can you just write this off as a technique or a talent? No? Right? With us abnormal guys, hard work, luck, and circumstances don't matter at all because whatever we do, our results always turn out sick like that. Word. And trying to make a theory out of this inexplicable, that's the one, abnormality is what the flask plan consists of. For your information, this little trick with the dice is what the chairman uses to see if you're fit to participate in this project. I bet you Kurokami is being made to try it about now. He could be right. He could be wrong. Imagination, as they say. I can't even begin to imagine what kind of abnormal result she'll have, though. Sorry, this always happens when you try to throw dice. I don't know why, but it always ends up like this. Don't worry, this is actually a good result. In fact, it was just to see that I called you out. It was just to see this that I called you out here. S note, damn. I'm sure he's enjoying the feel of this. Why is a genius a genius? The main goal of the flask plan is to create geniuses. I'm being used as a guinea pig in that experiment. Create a genius? That's actually the kind of project you'd expect from the educational system, right? However, there's one kind of big problem within the layout of this plan. To be honest, with you, I'm thankful to Kurokami for getting me out of that project. Esna, look at Shuni's face. Could agree just how much does that girl hate. Could you tell me more? Well, yeah, I can't even speak anymore. Could you tell me more of what you were just saying, Uzun Senpai? Oh, Hideyoshi, good timing. I actually want to talk to you. There are 13 people needed for the flask plan. There are 13 people chosen out of class 13 to participate in the flask plan. Unzen-kun was an important member of the 13. Normally freshmen are not allowed to participate in the plan, but since you're the one that defeated Unzen-kun, you have the qualifications to participate. Isn't the thing in Bleach also... Yeah, I wanted to bring this back at one point because I thought to myself, you know what, it's actually a good manga, I should bring this back. But I thought to myself, I should get everything else out of the way so I actually have more time to cover it, if you get what I mean. It kind of just makes me have a little bit more of a break, so that allows me to cover more stuff, if you get what I mean. Still a pretty good show, to be honest. I like it. Well, show, manga. Show's not so great. So what I've heard. Isn't the thing in Bleach also the third? Isn't it the Goatee 13? I think in Bleach, I believe it's the thing in the Soul Society. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, all those who decide to participate will be given a suitable recompense for Chairman Shiranui. You don't have to tell me anymore. Oh, then Kurokami-san, I'm sorry, but I have to refuse your offer. I was born for the sake of helping others. That's more than enough for my meager abilities to handle. Also, my pet theory is that geniuses don't exist. So that's not the kind of project that I should be participating in, right? Ah, man, you're not missing out on anything, to be honest. Just say, you haven't read Bleach, just don't worry about it. Just watch the first maybe 100 episodes of the anime and just end it there. Oh, it is the Goatee 13. I thought it was. I thought, if I remember correctly, from my I read it last year and I can't remember half of it anymore. So it was the Goatee 13. Yeah, just read the first. Just maybe watch the first 100. No, wait. Is it 200 episodes at the end of the Aizen arc? Well, where the end of the Aizen arc is, just read to there and just end it there. It's just that's the best part of the whole entire show. After that point, it just goes a bit downhill, and then it gets really freaking bad. Oh boy, don't want to remember that goddamn manga. I thank you for letting me hear the details of such an interesting story. However, you have to ask me to make up for putting a However, you have to ask me to make up for putting Junior Unzen on the sidelines in a different way. No, now, if you please excuse me, sigh. If I knew this, if I knew this is how it would play out, I should have had her participate before telling her all the details. But she's a very strong girl, very, very strong, so strong that it's very easy to see her weak points. So, holy cow, hello. So, what do you guys think? Oh, wow, okay. This is interesting. I'm just marveling at the guy that's got Super Saiyan. Hello. I like how there's always a person in bandages. Always a person in bandages. It's the coolest thing ever. I can't remember the last time I actually saw that. Now I think about it. Wasn't it in Rurouni Kenshin? I swear it's in Rurouni Kenshin as well. Going back to that really freaking old manga and anime, like when Studio Dean was cool back in the day. Oh, let me say anything at the bottom. Nah, cool. Holy cow! Okay, so I'm guessing this is like. I enjoy deconstruction. I always have. Though people do tend, I've always kind of seen, like people have said that Recreate is a deconstruction. I was like, how is Recreate a deconstruction of anything? And how, I mean, yeah, nowadays deconstruction means a different thing to what it meant back then. Like back in like 2010s, deconstructions were like, yeah, I think I am thinking, yeah, well, I can't remember what I was saying. No, back in 2010, deconstruction was a good thing, but nowadays people are like, oh, that's a deconstruction. I was like, is it though? Is it though? Is it really bucking the trends? I mean, the only thing I can think of that actually deconstructs anything recently was like La La Land or, that was it actually. That was depressing. Nothing else deconstructs anything recently. I don't think she's as amazing as you made her out to be. I was really surprised when she threw the dice though, but she didn't notice that we were all here. Monakata K, Senior Class 13, Blood Type AB, Project Name, Last Carpet. Last Carpet, I like that name actually. I use that name as for my band that I'm constructing. A super secret band that I'm actually constructing right now. That only covers Nirvana songs. No, from what I saw, she knew we were here and just chose to ignore us. I tried to kill her 5 times, I failed all of them. Takachiho Sigusa, Senior Class 13, Blood Type AB, Project Name, Hard Rapping. These names are interesting. She looks like someone I'm thinking she looks like someone that I'm probably going to see later on to the manga. Though she's pretty hot, not gonna lie. Whatever the case, I think it was pure luck that she beat Unzen-kun. But I like people like her. Koga Itami, Junior Class 13, Blood Type AB, Project Name Best Pain. S-Note. And Shugashiho Makoto makes another cameo in another manga. I guess Hikakashi wasn't good enough for him. yeah, it was referencing that. Hey, I like it. I won't voice my opinion. I have nothing to say on this matter. Naze Yoka, Junior Class 13, Blood AB, Project Name Black White. Frack me, he's like the most edgy Super Saiyan ever. Oh man, the things that manga did back in the day, like back in like when this came out. Oh man, nowadays it's just everything you've seen beforehand. Now back then it was just so freaking cool. He's an interesting character. I think she's fine. With her, we'll have the amount of people we're supposed to have. Because when it comes down to it, with Odo-kun and I, the Flask plan will continue. Yeah, a woman that hot, I'll allow her to live in my new world. Yeah. Holy cow, okay, so Miya Kono Jo Odo, Senior Class 13, Blood of AB, project name Create. Yukuhashi Mizo, Senior Class 13, Blood of AB, project name Rabbit Labyrinth. Sounds like really good names for your bands. Fufufu, that's not nice. Compared to you guys, that beast of a president is nothing but a cute kitten. Seriously, these students are such a pain to handle. This group 13 have history's strongest group of guinea pigs. Well, I guess there's more hope for these guys since they came, unlike the other 6 who ignored me. But Mr. Chairman, I thought it would be pretty cool if that girl will participate in the project, but she flat out refused. What are you going to do now? Don't worry, Koga-san. Just like it was with you guys, she'll be begging me to let her participate in the plan. Yeah, I guess so. If she just accepted right away, she would only be considered normal. What I'm really concerned about right now is her safety. Although the Flask plan is top secret, there are people that still know about it. God, Luca Code was the greatest thing ever of last year, to be honest. I think it tops all of the bad animes of last year, and it needs to come back. It needs to make a comeback somehow. Like, it needs to. Luca Code was fantastic. It's one of those shows that it just did what the hell it wanted, and you just accepted it. You're like, yeah, all right, like I get it, it's fine. Because other manga ended as well, didn't it? I swear. I remember reading that Shonen Shoujo ended, and I was like, oh, that was kind of depressing. I remember reading it just started like a couple of months beforehand, or like, was it 14 chapters in? It ended. It's not far-fetched to think that some students will try to beat Kurakami-san, who beat Unzen-kun, as a way of proving that they should be a part of the Flask plan. Your sister? Yeah, she kept herself locked up in her room for a long time, but she's come to school today. Okay, that does make sense. I was gonna say, wait, what? No, it does. You can tell Kurokami something for me, please? Tell her everything about the Flask plan I just told you, and that my sister is after her. She's trying to get revenge for defeating me. Although, it may already be too late. It's a lot of balls. Like, it said it ended, but it might have been put on hold, I'm not too sure. Like, I remember reading on Anime News Network, it finished. I was like, oh. I was like, it's depressing. Because all the good manga lately is finishing. I was like, oh. Like, Noragami's on indefinite hiatus. That's kind of depressing. So now we're stuck on a kiss. I'm like, God damn you. Why do you do this to me now? Don't be doing this, okay? Don't. Oh, Jesus Christ. My construction of the sentence was completely off. Medaka was beaten by the little girl who's blabbering something about something and wields balls and chains. 9274811246172461098242671. You get the idea. 2354. Unzen Myoga. Freshman class 13, blood of AB, weapon, ball and chain. Everyone knows what goes down with balls and chains. They turn into best girls. That's what happens. It's been over 1,000 years since the Jesus freaking Christ, one day. Hakoniwa Academy was established. Hakoniwa Academy's history and desire. But from the time of the parent school, the Flask plan had already started. Medaka Box. At first, it was referred to as the examiner plan, but the goal of perfecting a human was the same. There we are. In fact, it would be better to say that the school was made for the sole purpose of completing its goal. Yeah, it's one of those words that I get it the first time first time round, and then every other time it just leaves me. I don't understand why. I'm like, it's weird. Like one of those words that I get it the first time around, I'm like fine with it, and then just afterwards like, nah, you ain't gonna get it. Stop it, kid. You ain't gonna do it. Like you ain't gonna say that word properly. With the Shiranui as the representatives, we received funds from multiple investors, including the armed forces. This project has survived through both war and recession. With you guys, the most abnormal guinea pigs ever. Guinea pigs ever, 13 party, the plan has reached the final step. Together, you and I will be able to change history and mankind as we freaking know it. There will be nothing to worry over. There will be no one to trouble you. There won't be a reason to seek advice. There won't be a reason to need saving. Anyone can become a perfect human. The arrival of such a day is right in front of us. Mass producing geniuses isn't it the dream of every educator? Technically, even in a way, if you want to think about it that way. I guess. Hey, do you know what that loud noise was? No, but I heard that two freshman girls are fighting in the hallway. This is like commonplace in this manga at this point. Like everyone knows, just randomly, just everyone starts duking it out. It's like it's just law. It should be like there should be a sign somewhere. It just says days without a fight. Next one just has a days, and it just like constantly changes because there's always a fight. One of them is the student president, right? Then we shouldn't be surprised, right? Not quite. This time her opponent is clearly Crassi. Crassi? Are you serious? Nabashima, excuse me, Miss Judo Captain. Your favorite girl is off doing something crazy again. Aren't you going to see what's up? That's weird then. It finished. And then I was going to say, I swear I remember reading it finished. But weird that it finished so early. Maybe it didn't do so properly. I'm not too sure. It's kind of sad. Because it looked promising, but it just went, I guess. All the good manga are finishing. Berserk came back, though, at least. That's a good thing it came back. Is it a Z? It might be a Z. It looks like an S. Crazy. Maybe. I will, but I'm not the captain. I'm the former captain, or FOMER captain. If you want to do it with the hyphens. Jesus Christ, freaking god damn! In a normal place, that would freaking hurt. Jesus H Christ, that's a lot of blood. But she's gonna get like nothing. Like, yo, what's up? Like, you wanna fight? 4136, did you? 163735641. Think you were the strongest here or something? Sad though, because it looked pretty promising, but I don't know. A lot of mangas don't last that long nowadays. Sometimes a lot of the good like shonen jump ones finish because they weren't popular. Like Red Sprite finished like within 17 chapters, I think, and so did what was the other one? Like, god damn, there was another one that looked pretty freaking good, and it just finished. I was like, damn it! It's weird when you think about it. It just finishes. Wow, this is going to be a lot of numbers. So 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 5, 3, 3. Oh, 5, 3, 2, 5, 8, 6, 5. You get the idea. For argument's sake, let's say there was someone who was the strongest. If that person died from food poisoning, would the cook who made the food then be the strongest? That's a good idea. That's a good thought, to be honest. Is that the case? If there's a person with a brilliant mind who can make all kinds of weapons, but there was a question he couldn't answer on a quiz, then would the one who made the quiz be the best in the universe? Because they address that. They address that in Gintama as well, because in Gintama, Gintoke actually smacks Umibozu in the head and actually assumes the role of the strongest. So I was like, oh, when you think about it, it's actually kind of legit. But it's kind of it's more from an interior reason in Gintama, but you get what I mean. Kind of raise it in there as well. What on earth is she saying? Don't know. Sounds like she's only mumbling some numbers. Well, think about it like this. Thinking about it like this won't get me any closer to an answer, but I'm still aiming to be the strongest, and for that to be realised, I first need to be a part of the 13 party. Try to understand my position, Kurokami Medaka, although it's not like you can understand what I'm saying. Kurokami and I... Oh, no, it says Kurokami and I was like, wait, did I say that wrong? I are what you guys would call normal out of the entire class 13. I know what you want to say, but listen, you can't understand where we come from, because I'm the head enforcer and she's the student council president. However, my sister's very different. She's a total non-conformist to the normal world, and she is a prime example of what the class 13 is like. I still think Nobishima's a cool character, nonetheless, when you think about it. I think she needs to be more often in the actual kind of manga. Like, just kind of appear like every so often, because I think all the characters are kind of cool. Like, they need more kind of screen time sometimes. As proof, she doesn't use words to talk. She's made up of math language, and that's the only thing she speaks through. And on the same token, she doesn't understand normal words. That's something that would make Kurokami cry. If you can't talk to the person, you can't come to an understanding. Is your sister also one of them? The fighting type, I mean. Yeah, she is. She's really good too. She uses huge balls and chains to fight, although when we fight, she's the one that ends up crying. Wow. I was expecting a lot more since you made my brother retire. Is that all you've got? Saying that I beat her probably won't get me into the flask plan. I probably have to beat a couple more classmates to be let into the plan. Wait. I love it. Who are you? A classmate of mine? Are you Junior Unzen's sister? Though this doesn't seem like an attack driven by revenge. You were able to decipher my language to this extent. She deciphered that instantly. That's amazing. I thought only my brother was capable of doing that. It makes sense. I'm quite surprised to see you stand up. These are solid metal and weigh 30 kilograms. Or 66. It's LBS is like pounds, isn't it? Each. Actually, isn't it like you didn't... Isn't it like you didn't even try to dodge them? I have no reason to be attacked by you. Therefore, there was no reason to dodge. That's it. Couldn't say that word. To dodge. Hey, Madam President, looks like she's about to kneel over. Of course she does. She was just hit in the head with a steel wrecking ball. I'm more stunned at the fact that she got back up. Really? If that's the case, here's another. Its effects crack. Yes, those are her bones cracking. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I can feel that one. Ah, did you hear that? Wasn't it... Why isn't she even trying to dodge? In fact, it looks like she's trying to get hit on purpose. I can probably beat her in dodgeball. And another. Whoa, she's not even dodging. This one's going straight for her face. I don't want to see this. Retard. There's no reason for you to be attacked, then... If there's no reason to be attacked, then dodge the attack. What are you doing falling around on the senior floor, Kurokami-chan? Oh, it's Nabeshima-san. Class 11's Nabeshima-san. Hey, she's actually making the comeback. Yeah, it's Nabeshima-san. It's our Okay, everyone gets it. Everyone gets it. It's our Nabeshima. Nabeshima Nekomi has come. Fell King Nabeshima. What kind of unchained tactics will she show us today? Coo. You guys are getting too riled up. After all, you guys are getting too riled up. After all, I only walked out. I haven't done anything yet. You're quite popular, Senior Nabeshima. I can't begin to compare to the Kurakami-chan who got 98% of the votes. And I see you're still as hard-headed when it comes to certain things. Although, it seems that still balls is a lot harder than your head. Hey, special, don't get in my way. It's a problem between us abnormals. This isn't none of your business. No, this is none of your business. Coo. I have no idea what you're saying, but I know what you're getting at. You've got to be kidding me. My beloved friend is getting beaten to a pulp and you're trying to say it's none of my business? Coo. Psych. I like where this is going. I have no idea what the circumstances are, but there's a fight between two girls, right? Yes, sir, let me in on it. Oh, let me in on this too. Oh, let me in on that. Let me in on it. Let me in on it. If you were on the freshman or junior floor, I wouldn't care. But since you're in my realm, I'll join this fight. The gallery is also expecting a lot from me, so I'll need to show off my judo a little. I heard about you from my brother. You're Nabeshima Nekomi, right? I don't know what you're saying, and I don't know what you want to say either. But I'm not so weak as to get thrown by the likes of you. If you want to join in, then you can be joined with that wall over there. You won't even be able to touch my uniform. Damn. Huh? That's she just punched her. Literally. She's a judo, but she punched her. She's fouling already. That's our beloved Nabeshima Nekomi-san. No, strictly speaking, that's not a foul. It's in judo. That's right. People who think that judo only consists of grabbing the opponent's neck or sleeve are totally wrong. In an official match, it would be a foul, but strikes are in the textbooks and are a vital part of judo. Yeah, but nowadays people don't use that kind of judo. I have a red belt, and I wasn't taught any of that. Cuckoo. I'll beat a clean opponent by being dirty. It's not as bad as Miss Hardhead or your Steel Balls, but my fists hurt, right? Just because I'm using judo doesn't mean that Jesus. Here we go. Just because I'm using judo doesn't mean that I'll only throw. I'm going to beat you with these fists of mine, Miss Abnormal. Fine. You'll pay. Oh, jeez. I hit the wrong button just then. You'll pay for being so superficial. I'll crush all opponents with no convictions like you. For her friend Medaka, Nabeshima will fight. Okie dokie. Oh man. Oh, got to stretch 5 seconds. Alright, so second to last chapter. Whew. Alright. Ah, man. This one gets you. This one gets you when you sit down for a long while. There's a lot of work. When there's a lot of words, you've got to sit down for a long while. You're like, my back. Again, I'm getting older than my age, to be honest. I'm thinking about it. Like, I'm older than my age. I'm not 20 years old. I'm actually like 50 in like body level. Don't know why. My body is degrading quickly. I have no idea why. All right. Yeah, because there's actually no official version of this manga, is there? There's only scans so far, which actually kind of sucks when you think about it. And I wish there was actually an official version, because then you actually can just find a way to actually use it with my program, but there isn't. Yeah, it would be interesting actually, because up to this whole entire point, we actually really haven't seen Nabeshima fight, like like in a different circumstance. So it would actually be interesting to see what she does. And so far, she punched him straight in the face. So, can't argue, as they say. I can't argue. I'm pretty hyped. The one who stood up to the bat in Medaka's time of trouble was Nabeshima, but Madame Uzen is also. Dot dot dot. Q. What's that supposed to be? What's that supposed to be? Don't tell me. As I say, it's supposed, but it's supposed. You're going to pull a Dragon Ball and get a lot faster and taking those weights off. I understand Dragon Ball from that. I bet you're thinking that I'll be like Goku and get a speed boost after taking these weights off. They just made a goddamn DBZ reference. Well, you're right. The abnormal strength of the class 13. That's great. It could have been a JoJo reference and it would have been 10 times better. Like, it would have been like, holy crap, is that a JoJo reference? And he would have made a joke and it would have been the talk of the town. The talk of the goddamn town. And for your information, I love attacking people from behind like this. This is an attack that those who do martial arts, especially judo, never taste. Damn, son. Whoa, Nabeshima-san. Little worm. You're pretty weak to pass out after only a single attack. I knew you were all talk and no action, but I'm not going to let you off with just this. I'm going to pound you until you gain consciousness. I mean, you could punch a person to gain consciousness as well. That does actually factor into that whole entire thing. I mean, you kind of do it the opposite way. It doesn't actually make you conscious, but I get it. I understand it. I like it. I like the different way of thinking. Once you have, I'll keep pounding you until you pass out again. I'm going to repeat that for about 100 times. Oh man. You trespass your trespass of being a special and raising your hand against an abnormal will earn you a punishment of that level. See Nabeshima. Hey, stay put, Miss Injured. I was gonna say I couldn't see that. It had a hyphen. I was like, wait, what? It's injured. That happened to be Nabeshima. That happened to Nabeshima because of you. You're better not plan on acting like a hero now, or now of all times, and jumping in, okay? The words too late can't even begin to... My bad, I said too much. Just keep watching. Out of all the seniors that are here watching, none of them is worried about Nabeshima. Damn, that's next level, to be honest. That's like I don't even know. Is that a record or something, actually, to think about it? I actually have no idea how many Gintama does in one chapter. That I don't know, but I know the anime does like about 1 billion. You're like, fracking hell. She didn't take the name of Foul King just because it sounded cool. It's a fix. Meow. In case you forgot, her name is Nekomi. Ooh, it's Nabeshima's specialty playing possum. Possum? So cheap. Q. Just like I said, I'm going to use these fists to beat you. No matter how fast you are, if you get caught like this, speed is rendered useless. That's what's extremely careless of you. What kind of fool gets this close to a judo practitioner? You were just play. You're better off not resisting. Once the same shoulder and elbow are caught, you won't get away from a judo practitioner. It's quite true. And what? Oh jeez, hit the wrong button. And one. A 4-point backflip, perfectly done. She didn't even try to break her fall. Yeah, but that would have been against the rules for grabbing the same shoulder and elbow. You're exactly right. She would have been penalized because she held her for more than 6 seconds. However, that's only an official match. Ugh. Don't think you've won with. Of course, I don't think I won after throwing you just once. I'm going to methodically beat you to a pulp, Miss Abnormal. Well, you don't have to worry that much. I'm very kind. So after you lose consciousness, I'll stop the fight. By the way, I love attacking people from behind like this. Well, this is proper judo, so anyone... And I taste this... Well, this is proper judo, so anyone can taste this though. I thought it was a bracket. I was like, wait, what? What the? You damn cheater! Kurakami, that girl just yelled out, "You cheater!" Right? Senior Yakushima, you can understand that girl's language. Yeah, right. Everyone who's fought Nabeshima says that. Holy crap, Nabeshima Nekomi will to win comes from fouls. Holy crap, that hurt my neck. A backdrop. She got her square on the head. I think you should come with me to the nurse's office. We are going to do with the ball. What are we going to do with the ball and train? I'm not carrying this. Cuckoo, stop with the jokes. Like I need to miss class because I was schooling an underclassman. I have tests coming up, you know. C note, but won't she just cheat? Now I know why you're called the Foul King, but you did something really dangerous out there. However, you saved me when I didn't need it, so I won't thank you. Cuckoo. That's fine, it's not like I did it to get thanked. Saving a friend who is getting picked on is a natural thing to do. A friend? Cuckoo. It was also thrilling to beat down a talented person with my hard work. And you're the one who was doing the same thing really... Who was doing something really dangerous. You're free to do whatever you want, whenever you want. But I'm the one who's going to defeat you. Why are you making yourself sound like those losers? like the losers? But I really can't stand violence, Senior Nabeshima. Yeah, that's right. Violence is never a good thing. But you know, Kurakami-chan. There are times when fighting is a lot worse than violence. There are times when not fighting is a lot worse than violence. Not protecting something that you should have, wouldn't that go against your very own beliefs? If it was up to you, you could have sent that girl home crying without injuring her, right? I'm not that good, although I feel sorry for her. She'll probably spend the next 3 months healing. Fixing up the school isn't free either. If you had faced her seriously from the get-go, the damage wouldn't have been less severe. Whew. When it's time to fight, I never second guess. Whenever it's for a friend or a teammate, if I were to wait too long, something terrible might happen and I'll go blind with rage. That would be nothing short of revenge. I see. You're right, Senior Nabeshima. All I've been doing up to now was what wait to see what hand my opponent would play. Okay. You saved me. No, you taught me something good. I was about to make the same mistake all over again. Thank you, Nabeshima-senpai. Cuckoo. What did she make? Wait. My eyes just died just then. I don't know what happened. What did I just wake a sleep? Oh, did I just wake a sleeping lion? Okay, that's it. Yeah, to be honest, I think think I like the different mentalities people have in this manga because it kind of contrasts. It's a nice contrast to the actual main character because again we've got her and she kind of has her own place, but I like how every other character just contrasts completely. It's actually kind of neat because it just allows you not to see the exact same viewpoint all the time. You have to see how different people work, and 9 out of 10 times the different people how they work is actually a lot better than how the main character works. It's actually kind of cool if you get what I mean. It's different to what you see normally because you get that one belief, and it's kind of annoying because everyone will just bounce off that one belief to a point where it just becomes a little bit annoying because you can't get into that other characters because they don't tend to have something different because they just go with the other character. It just kind of feels as if they're just not needed, if you get what I mean. To actually have that contrast there is actually kind of nice. That's what I like about the manga as well, because you just have all those all the time. It's not always the same person just going. Yeah, she changed a bit. I like it because you see that she's perfect, but at the same time, she's actually learning from other people and growing off of other people's kind of mentality and how they work. It's actually kind of interesting because again, that you just imagine her just to progress on her own, off her own merits, off her own actions, but she's actually kind of growing because of everyone else around her. It's actually kind of neat when you think about it because it kind of is different to how everything else works. Not a lot of mangas tend to do that. Like, the only other one I can think of off the top of my head is actually Sangatsu, who actually allows the character to grow off other people and actually just see how they work and how they should change. It's actually kind of neat. It's actually a nice way to develop characters more than just what you normally see in like textbook examples of shonen. I mean, I guess the other example we can actually use is Gintama as well, because Gintama just bucks every single goddamn trend. Every single goddamn trend known to exist. Yeah, she is practically. She's a massive contradiction when you think about it. That's what I like about her as well. She's actually a massive contradiction. She's not. She isn't just what you think she is. She's actually got a lot of flaws. Which actually is kind of neat because again, this whole entire point she's been perfect, but she isn't. She's literally like the most imperfect person there. Now then, that flask plan. If it can make a person get that violent, there must be something behind this all. It looks like I need to look into this as the student council president. Did you think everything was over after beating one person, Madam President? If so, then you're mistaken. Oh man, my eyes are going a bit weird then. There's that saying that when you beat one guy, there's always 3 more behind him. Never trust a person with a blindfold. That's what I always say. It's one of those things that I always see it. I'm like, yeah, that person means business. Just don't get in their way. Alright. Although, they are not always at school. There are well over 100 people in class 13, you know. God damn, that's a long name. So, Ushibukagara Haru, senior class 13, blood type AB, interest motorsports. I think to be honest, I like the fact that she has flaws because again, it'd be kind of annoying if she was perfect. You're like, what's the point? You don't feel anything towards that character. Like the same thing that happens with most like mangas that are running. You don't feel anything towards the characters because they just don't have any flaws. They don't have anything like that makes them different or makes them like kind of stand out. So you just kind of sit there going, well, then what's the point? So it's Hirado Real, freshman class 13, blood of AB, nationality Japanese. And all of them are trying to get into the 13 party. In other words, you're the newest member. In other words, you, the newest member, will get no sleep from here on out. Nogata Kenri, junior class 13, blood of AB, height 190 centimeters. 6'3". Don't worry, since someone woke me, I have no intention of going back to sleep. God freaking damn it, police car. Come on, go past. Police cars, actually. Okay, so it's something on fire in my neighborhood because it's always goddamn fire engines. All the time. It's fire engines. No, no, you're likely to be put to sleep here. However, you might never wake up again. Strong words. That's perfect. I love it. This isn't good. I subconsciously went easy on them. Since I've been holding back for so long, it looks like I've forgotten how to get serious. There's no way around it. Although, I really don't want to. In order to get the feeling back, I need to seek help from my brother. The flask plan. I knew this school wasn't normal, but the chairman is scheming something nasty here. Shiranui, you're the chairman's granddaughter, right? Do you have any more details? Yeah, I'm his granddaughter, but it's not like we're close. I'm one of the many of his grandchildren. I have no idea what Grandpa is up to. Well, it seems like you also have a lot on your plate. Shouldn't you be worried about your lady boss and not me? You need to tell her what Unzen-senpai said, quick. I know, that's why I'm walking around the school like this. Things never stop with this school, one after another. There are different people with different issues and circumstances. Well, the real problem is Class 13, not just the 13 party. You can't tell me that they're all the same level as Unzen-senpai, right? You two, you look like you're friends of Kurokami Medaka. Hey, Super Saiyan Energy Man! Here he is, here he is, here he is. I thought it would be a good idea to ask you a question. So I permit you to speak in my presence. The man of the 13 party who lacks nothing. Jesus, man, that's a long name. Okay, so Miya Kono Jo Ujo. Is it Uji? Is it Uji? Or is it, I think it's Nai. I think Miya Kono is just easy to say, to be honest. I might just call him Miya Kono. With the worst kind of contact method, a letter in hand, the king himself moves. Feel honored to tell me where this Medaka Box is. Ah, he said it! He said it! Let's go on. He said the name of the manga. There's no point. Oh, it's Uji, okay. I thought I might have been either saying it incorrectly or right, but I think I was saying it incorrectly. Is there much point to continue because he's actually said the name of the manga? I think, isn't it like law? Once the person said the name of the actual manga, you have to actually kind of give up with it. Like, it's like an unofficial law. I'm kidding. Yeah, so I think it's just easy to say a little bit before it says Jo on the end of it. I think it says Miya Kono. I feel like that's like kind of an easier thing to say. Oh, I get it. It's quite cool, actually. I get it. Whew, okay. Don't worry, it's one more. I'm kidding. I'm kidding about the whole entire thing and giving it up. It's just an unofficial law that it's one of those things that you go home afterwards. Man, we're like Walter. We're going in. We're going in. All right. As you can see, I'm your normal high school student, but I spent 13 years with the beast known as Kurokami Medaka, Zenkichi in front of the king. So I've come to see many different types of people. But even if that's true, it's still the first time I've seen something like that. And by the time I realized that Shiranui was already gone. Well, her description when things start to get tough is nothing new, but desertion, not description, desertion. Sorry, not description, desertion. Someone points it out, desertion. But for her to leave without trying to make matters worse for me makes the situation that much easier to understand. Hey you, how long do you plan to stand in my presence? On your knees. The words only a king can say. To make a suggestion, it's never been done to me. Man, okay. Alright. Huh? What the hell is this? I don't I didn't want to. I can't move. What the hell? Not even the budge. That's a nice position. It seems you have a knack for being a servant. Now feel free to tell me where the Medaka Box. Oh, where is the Medaka Box? Damn it, I can't even begin to grasp what's going on. But this guy is bad news. And he wants me to tell him where the suggestion box is. What could he possibly want from Medaka-chan? You better not try to resist Hideyoshi-kun. There we go. Konojo. Holy, okay, alright, let's say this, let's slow this down. Speak it slowly. Konojo is proof of his own worth. Significant words. No one can resist what he says. That guy in a mask is terrifying. It's like someone lifted an old tree stump and out came the bugs. When did this school become an insane asylum? There are only weirdos here. There used to be just one. That man is egotistical, even to say he was born as a king. He's the type who firmly believes that all people in the world were born to serve him. I'm telling you to submit for your own good. Oh, is it Odo then? Is it one of those things that constantly changes, like it did with the princess and the queen thing in Bokura all the time. You came here too, Yukahashi. I'm amazed that you hide your presence from me until you showed yourself. I'll compliment you on that. He does look like he came out straight out of JoJo and Dragon Ball Z combined. But you said a little too much. I'm warrior ruler. There's no reason to try now at all times to make excuses for that. Don't be like that. I'm your representative. It's my job to speak. That aside, Odo, for a while now, you were being mimicked. Oh, me, Medaka-chan. I was looking for you then, Kichi, and I find you here in this situation. If you want to get close to anyone aside from Shiranui, that's your business, but aren't you being a little cold by leaving me out and needing to another guy? You saved me the trouble of looking for your box. However, Kurakami Medaka, your attitude towards me cannot be overlooked. Oh no way. This is fine. There's no problem. Even if he says he was born a king, he's nothing compared to Medaka-chan. Prostrate. Fuck. Damn. Her face meets the floor quite often in this arc so far. Jeez. Is there one chapter where it's not on the when her face does not meet the ground? You got to be kidding me. He's at a higher level than Medaka-chan? There hasn't been anyone like that before. Is this the first time you're meeting a being who's greater than you? What a shame. That's a feeling I've yet to experience myself. Forcing you to bow so low that you made a hole in the ground is your punishment for mimicking me. Now then, Kurakami, you know who I am, right? I saw you in a chairman room a while ago. You're probably one of the guys in the Flask plan. Yeah, I figured you knew we were there. This makes things a lot easier. This makes things even easier for me. Tsk. What does he plan on doing to Medaka-chan? I fell in love with you at that time. Love at first sight. I never felt this way about anyone before. I permit you to serve me as my wife. Huh? The hell do you think you're doing to Medaka-chan, my good friend, you shitty king? You can still stand impressive, but for you to actually try and interfere with the king's romance, I hope you're prepared to not die, apparently. Not die. Yukahashi, What do you think you're doing? As if you don't know, I'm overstepping my bounds. Easily killing your subject is a bad habit of yours. You can oppress them if you want, but don't kill them. This guy feels kinda... He's a girl. If you're always so short-tempered, you won't be able to maintain your kingdom. You're absolutely right, Yuhashi. My bad. But you always say dangerous things about killing a murder and such. We live in a peaceful Japan, and are you normal everyday and are your normal everyday high school students? Don't try to play it off. You just said prepare to die. Well, whatever. My enjoyment was just destroyed. I don't plan on meeting you today, Kurokami. Read that letter. It's a date invitation. The time and place are written there. We'll talk more about our future together at that time. After you tried to kiss me and all you do... After you tried to kiss me and all, do you really think I'll listen to you? And we have absolutely nothing to talk about. Don't try to play hard to get. I'm sure you felt something from Unze Miyori, right? Well, I'm very above him. Kurokami Medaka, come to our side. Don't waste your livelihood on worthless normals. Man, oh man. You weren't born for the sake of others. You were born specifically for me. Man, this guy knows how to speak. Sigh. That walking pile of arrogance is actually getting heated. I guess he really has fallen for Kurokami-san. He usually doesn't talk that much. It's such a pain, we really like people that are like us. Hey, wait. You saved me back there. Thanks. Tee, you're pretty strange, you know. There is no need to thank me. None whatsoever. Well, I guess I'll give you a little warning. You need to watch your back now. Whether or not you get involved with the Flask plan, now that Odo has his eye on you guys, you won't be able to have a normal school life anymore. So you've already met Unzen Senpai's sister. I guess we've missed each other. Missed each other then. Yeah, we were looking for each other and missed on both ends. Medaka-chan, I could actually move, so couldn't you also get away from that guy? That's a good question. Although I've kissed a lot of people, I've never been kissed myself. So I won't lie in saying that I wanted to try out myself. Is that so? Well, sorry for messing things for you. Don't be like that. I'm really thankful for you. I was actually coming to save you, but I ended up getting saved. It's like that Master One was saying. It looks like I'm going to have to power up to stand a chance against these guys in the Flask plan. 6 AM? So letter, July 15th, 6 AM. Way at the school roof of the clock tower, senior Miyakonojo Odo. Oh, was there an actual typo? I haven't even noticed. So that's Miyakono. Jesus Christ. Okay. Miyakono Odo. I didn't know such a disgraceful man was in the school. Calling me his wife was a load of bull. Although I don't want to. I'll accept his date proposal. As a student council president, I need to set him straight. Medaka-chan, you had a Kool-Aid smile on as you said that. Huh? I was smiling? Yeah, you were smiling, like a tsundere who finally got her man. Well, it's not like I don't know why she's smiling. Although Medaka-chan tries her hardest to understand others, with her outstanding abilities and knowledge, no one, myself included, has ever tried to understand her. That's the reason she was so happy to meet a bigger beast than she. I really did get in her way back then, didn't I? Actually, I never had the chance to get in the way. If that guy, in the mask didn't jump in, I would probably be in the hospital right now. I guess just being the club storm isn't enough. If I want to continue being with Medaka-chan, I need to get a lot stronger. You said you were going to power up, right? But how? Are you going to train in the mountains or something? Yeah, something like that. I was actually thinking of visiting my brother. You're going to meet him? Are you going on your own volition? Are you going on your own volition to him? Yeah, that's why I was looking for you. Zenkichi, please come with me. There's no way in hell I want to meet him alone. Holy cow, he's hot. Hey, hello. Hey, thanks for coming. Make yourselves at home. God, they even got there quick as well. I was gonna say, did I miss a page in between? No, I didn't. It just literally just went there. They have the power of teleportation. Hey, thanks for coming. Make yourselves at home. It's been about a year since we've seen each other, right? My beloved sister Medaka-chan. Of course, because of my overflowing love for my little sister, I already know what you want from me. Don't worry, I'll return you to don't worry, I'll return you to your heyday. Medaka's brother, what's his speciality? So Kurakami Maguro. Age 18, blood type AB, occupation manager of the former Hakoniwa Academy, educational background, Hakoniwa Academy dropout, former class 13. Okay, done. That is volume, what was it, volume 3, I think? Was that all we on, I believe? I can't remember. Are they actually types of fish? Holy crap. That's actually kind of cool. I like that when actual characters are based off like foods and stuff like that. That's actually kind of cool. Whew, okay. Oh man, that's a lot of reading. Oh man. So what was that like? That's 100 pages exactly, actually. Volume 3. I was gonna say, I swear it's volume 3 we were on. Oh boy. Okay, so I actually quite like that. To be honest, I actually quite like that whole entire fight because we got to see a different like perspective again. Because the one thing I quite like about this manga is actually seeing different perspectives, and we actually got to see Nabushima's actual like, perspective in this whole entire situation. We actually got to see her fight, which was the main thing. We got to see not the main character do something, not the main character doing something to save someone else. In fact, no, she was actually saved. This is actually kind of neat because again, it kind of allows everyone else to shine more than just her. Because up to this whole entire point, bar a few instances, it's kind of just been her doing everything. Actually, kind of see it from someone else's perspective is actually kind of cool because again, seeing that different perspective just allows you to see the flaws in the other character. You're not actually just going forward knowing that that character is perfect. No, seeing events from someone else's perspective allows you to see that character's flaws and allows you to see how that character needs to actually kind of fix themselves in the future. Actually, kind of see where they need to go and how the manga will address these flaws and how she will actually kind of change as time goes on. So in that regard, they did a really freaking good job because Nabeshima Senpai was actually kind of a neat character because she has a different way of looking at things. Her way of doing things is very much different to what you imagine. It's not kind of that thing that you imagine to be going down because she does judo, but the way that she does judo almost kind of seems like she's like almost like a cheater of some kind. So it's actually kind of a nice contradiction when you think about it. It's actually kind of one of those things that you kind of take into account and actually appreciate. So yeah, all in all, it's actually kind of neat in that regard. And the actual kind of fighting that actually is that's actually going to take place with all these characters allow for us to see a character above Medaka, allow actually to see then how she actually has to fight them, because I think up to this whole entire point we really haven't had characters that are above her too much that actually kind of pose a threat. To actually see someone above her allows us to actually see a different side of her once again. Oh crap, Medaka's actually a Japanese killing fish. You know what? That's legit. That's actually really freaking legit. I like that. But yeah, it just allows us to see a different side of her once again, because again, I'm guessing she won't kind of go unscathed by its whole entire thing. It won't be like it won't be the most seamless of all things in the world. There's got to be something that's going to go down with her character. You might see a different side of her once again. So we actually might even just see more of her kind of flaws. And I think it's actually kind of neat because it just kind of deconstructs her entire character. It allows her to see that she isn't this perfect person. She's actually flawed. So yeah, all in all, really excited to see where this actual kind of arc goes, because I want to see how her character still needs to kind of fix herself, because we've got the preliminaries of the flaws, But I think there's probably a lot more going on than what we're getting right now. Because I think this isn't just kind of 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 flaws. It's got to be like 15 billion. Because there's got to be a massive contradiction somewhere that she doesn't actually kind of agree with, then actually kind of opens up this massive flaw in her logic. And I actually think we need to see that once again. I think the one thing I liked was in the last arc, we got to see a different side of her. We got to see that she does kind of, in some cases, just get rid of everything that she knows, gets rid of everything she believes in, and actually just turns into this massive beast. And actually kind of see that again, but in a different way, might be kind of neat. It might be nice for us to kind of see the characterization within her. Actually kind of see her kind of be a little bit more fleshed out. It kind of then deconstructs the kind of tired shonen character trope, if you get what I mean. That a lot of characters tend to pitfall into, because no one tends to realise that you should develop a character more than just, oh my, I'm going to defeat that bloke over there and actually save the goddamn world. Otherwise it just becomes boring. Like, then what's the point watching if this guy's going to beat everyone? There's got to be some time they've got to lose. And actually, this manga's addressing it. So, good job. So yeah, with all that said, I have a large glass of water. My throat is just dying. I need to get another bottle of water. I never did. I thought, you know what, I've got enough here, but I don't actually have enough. So I've got to go downstairs and like drink like 5 gallons of water. So yes, we actually have enjoyed this very long live stream. Actually, I have no idea how long this stream has been. Then do leave a like, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here, then do leave a sub. But until probably tomorrow with Recreators and possibly Sangatsu and possibly something else. See you guys then. Bye for now.